The Baobhan Sid is a female fairy in the folklore of the Scottish Highlands, though they also share certain characteristics in common with the succubus. 1. They appear as beautiful women who seduce their victims before attacking them and killing them. According to the Scottish folklorist Donald Alexander Mackenzie, the Baobhan Sid usually appears as a beautiful young woman, wearing a long green dress that conceals the deer hooves she has instead of feet. She may also take the form of a hooded crow or raven. There are numerous stories about the Baobhan Sid, with a general theme of hunters being attacked in the wilderness at night. In one tale recorded by Mackenzie, there were 4 men who went hunting and took shelter for the night in a lonely shieling or hut. One of the men supplied vocal music while the others began dancing. The men expressed a desire for partners to dance with, and soon after that 4 women entered the hut. 3 of them danced while the 4th sat beside the vocalist. He then noticed drops of blood falling from his companions and fled from the hut, taking refuge among the horses. His partner chased him, but was unable to catch him, and when daylight came she disappeared. The man went back inside and found all 3 of his friends dead and drained of blood. The folklorist Catherine Briggs suggested that the Baobhan Sid was unable to catch the 4th man among the horses because of the iron with which the horses were shod, iron being a traditional fairy vulnerability. In a similar tale, one of the men noticed that the women had deer hooves instead of feet and fled from them. He returned the next morning to find that the other hunters had their throats cut and chests laid open. In a third story, the hunters took refuge in a cave. Each of the men said he wished his own sweetheart were there that night, but one of them, named McPhee, who was accompanied by his black dog, said he preferred his wife to remain at home. At that moment, a group of young women entered the cave, and the men who had wished for their sweethearts were killed. McPhee was protected by his dog, who drove the women from the cave. One recurring motif in these stories is that the Baobhan Sid appear almost immediately after the hunters express their desire for female companionship. This is connected with a traditional Scottish belief that if one were to make a wish at night, without also invoking God's protection, then that wish would be granted in some terrible manner.